School. But it gives me great pleasure this afternoon to have a discussion with this group. They are the Sweets Men for the number 4 Life. And with me this afternoon, we have Veer Samuel, Oswald Steele, Rohan Thomas, and Ron, you're the president of the organization at home in Antigua. And we have Carl Hillhouse. He's the president of the organization in the United States. That's right? Yes. All right. So if you can just pull yourselves to the mic and somebody can designate themselves. The first thing that I want to know is how did this organization come into fruition? What is the organization's purpose? And tell us a little bit about its history. Give us some mics. Make sure that they can hear it for me. It's okay. Just go ahead. Maybe one of the ear now work. Go ahead.
Yes. Good morning. So I am Ron Thomas, the president of the Antigua chapter. It's let me say again, good morning to your listening and viewing audience.
Afternoon.
Sorry. Good afternoon to your listening and viewing audience. So, Sweets Men for Life is a charitable non-profit organization. About 2 years ago, one of our villager, he lived in the States, Ken Goodwin, an awesome cricketer. Very, very good person, good personality. When you're around him, he uplifts you. And he passed. So a few other guys them came together, phone calls and stuff like that, and then we decided, hey, we need to get together. Life is too short. We need to rekindle, get back, relationship with one another. Because some of the guys them have been overseas, and we only may see one another on Facebook, make a call or something, but, we say, hey, we need to get together. So our founding member, Dallas Thomas, he could not be here because of, he fell ill. So we pray for him and wish him speedy recovery. So this name Sweets Men for Life came up after that death.
So let me just dig down a little deeper. So all them man you know one another for long time since I'm in a play football, cricket, marble, thief mango, and all kind of things in the village.
But you're right. You're right. When you thief mango, yes. And
look, let me reframe that. We use the resources of the community.
That is it.
That were available to us at the time.
If the
That's it right there.
Belong to us.
That's it right there.
If the man in the village belong to us.
Yes. But, yes, we grew up together, and we grew up knowing some of the guys, them, like Mr. Steele here, Oswald Steele. This gentleman has been a mentor for us and for Sweets. You can't go away and say Oswald and say Steele and nobody don't know him. He don't live here now, but
yeah,
just the impact and the legacy that he made in Antigua is just like, and in Sweets in particular, that you can't go away and say, and when you say Steele, everybody smile.
All right, and so this is certainly laudable, right? Because the truth is, many people think about what you do, but for reach the place now where you implement the idea and put it into an actual organization, that is another thing. What are the objectives? What do you intend to have happen now that you've come together in a formal structure?
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Carl Hillhouse, the president of the United States chapter. As Ben indicated earlier about starting and being the founder, it takes a lot of resource and it takes technology. And when we first started, how can we connect it? Like you said, Dallas started it, but how can we connect it? And we decided, hey, listen, the technology available to us, for us to all connect together from so many different places, how can we do this? From the pandemic, everybody aware of the Zoom. So I have a Zoom account that was available, and we all get together and set a time that we can come together. With Ben, he got the guys in Antigua together all in one location because we know Wi-Fi and difficulty. But the guys all over the States, we come together on the Zoom and we pull this together and say, okay, what are we going to do? We call it Sweet Men for Life, Unity for Community. Bring back unity to our community. That's the main object. That's our mission, and our vision is to reach out to the community, do something for the community. We didn't want to just be men where we have chat, talking and stuff, but we want to be men on a mission. Let's accomplish things together by going out and reach out to our community.
Well, I'm glad that the thought pattern there, because you may or may not agree, but we can discuss it, that what we are seeing in our communities now is not what we experienced when we were boys growing up in those communities.
That's right.
And so the knowledge that we brought from our generation is something that you would agree or disagree is more valuable than what currently exists. And so this organization is seeking to bring back some of what it is that was there that helped to raise us and bring us through as young men throughout the communities. Coming in about there, you know. But if it now may be for some people in the community, me probably would have dead or dead jail or something if it wasn't maybe for somebody that thought, hey, maybe this is the path that you should take, or this is the sport that you should engage in. You probably wouldn't be where you be now. I don't know if I disagree or agree with the sentiments there.
I agree.
No, most definitely. We definitely agree with your sentiments. I mean, I think that for us, people like O.J. Steele and I'll keep going on, Colin Harrigan and those guys deposited a lot into us. And we don't want to be the generation that take and don't give back.
Mm-hmm.
So
you're hit on button there. We are very much a selfish generation now, because somebody invested to get us here.
Yes, sir.
And so the concept now of giving back some of what we have, everybody here in their own rights accomplished. They have developed skill sets that are valuable assets, and they can now contribute. That is how we have the legacy of a community continuing, by the people who have it now to give back. Do you guys have any special projects that you are working on currently that the community would need more information or you can share about?
Okay, so let me share a few. We've been giving back, as in we giving back to the clinic, the schools, less fortunate.
These are primary and secondary?
Secondary. We only have secondary
and
school now.
That is
Irene B.
Irene B.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So we've been giving back to the school, the clinic. Also, we do community projects. Mm-hmm. We have something in the pipeline that by the school, there's a security booth. I don't know if you know something how the old time toilet used to look. Mm-hmm. That's the security booth right there. Mm-hmm. If the security want to turn around, they have to come out and go back in to turn around. And you know, for us, it seems like an eyesore because you don't even have a door. So if rain comes, the security probably have to come out and go somewhere to seek shelter. So we look at that and we say, no, that can't happen. So we're soliciting funds, material, whatever, to help to build a proper security booth. Also, we're soliciting paints and stuff like that because we want to wash the clinic and give it a facelift. The other thing, we have done something so incredible right now. We were seeking for young people. We just started, so we're taking our time, seeking for young people. So we got one young guy from the village, and one of the guy in our group have a business, and it's a tinting business. But at least the young guy still goes to school. His family might not be so fortunately up, So we got the young guy to work with the guy that is in our group, and look, he said he could not desire better. We have to seek, because we have to be careful who we send to people's business place to thing. And I tell you, from the reports that we got back from that young guy, he started just about 2 weeks ago, and he said the boy catch on so quick. So he's so impressed. So I know we're seeking other business places it's just like a job program. we put in young people into job or teaching them skill sets, even that they go into school, they can do it part-time.
Good. So, you start to touch for me area that me advocate for, right? Me actually believe that if I want to do what you said, if I want to actually reach and touch young people as early as possible, that people in the for our age group go suffer one serious harm when them picking they're not developed, when them picking they're not guided in our community. So skills and trades are something that close to me. One of the biggest regret that me have personally in my life when they send me to learn construction, that me decide that me not go bother with that. But if me have to choose for myself again, me would go learn construction as opposed to what it is that me do.
It's not too late.
but I don't want all that. But do you foresee programs like these for people who have trade skills, dealing with things like mentoring and teaching young people, and then turning those young people around to help to develop the actual community of Sweets, whether it be the gallery or an old lady, the sidewalk that broke long time, the fence for somebody? Do you see initiatives like these coming into your purview?
Yes. Well, yes, because we have a lot of tradesmen in our group also. Skill set men, not just construction, but other department. And we speak about it. So we definitely will go right into that. But we just looking for young people. We have a talk with them because we don't want them to go in anybody's job and go in anybody's place and, let us down. So we have to mentor them, tutor them before they go in somebody's construction site or somebody's business and thing, right? You asked another thing, but I know time is short. So I just want to bring up this point right now. We have in the pipeline, Sweets is a sporting village, especially a cricketing village. And we want to, go right back to grassroots cricket in Sweets. Because right now, cricket is dormant in Sweets. So henceforth, this is why we're passionate about it. The whole group is passionate about it. We are going back to grassroots cricket in Sweets. We're going to go into the churches, we're going to go into the schools, and we're going to go door to door and knock on the door. So what we're doing right now is bringing the community together. So when we reach out to the community now, we're going to have a cricket academy from like grassroots, maybe age 5 and up, Saturday mornings down by the school pasture. But we're going to reach out to the wider Antigua business places and stuff like that so that we can get some resources to help to develop back cricket. And it's not going to be also just for Sweets alone. Surrounding village or anybody want to bring their children because Antigua needs back this.
Well, the truth of the matter is that what you talk about there are what build you, what build steel, what build people. From my memory growing up, man does play every sport. That is another thing for start out. But there are specific areas in Antigua, as you say, Sweets and cricket. Even though it didn't have to be organized like what you're talking about now, because no video game in there. As a matter of fact, somehow now we have current and so by our house. So where do you go down by the field and you play cricket, which was fun, at least for me, to many of the people who were there. All night at dust and you till I play football and cricket and whatnot that is there. There are many competing things now for the attention of children. And many parents are spending the time and effort really trying for work for bring economic benefit to families. Somehow have 2 jobs and whatnot. But this cricket thing that you're talking about is something that we really would like for endorse and support wherever possible from the platform of this show. Because I am of the view that if children play sports, they will be better academic performers in school.
Yes.
Parents would have less mental health issues for them to worry about, and they would now open themselves up to more opportunities that they could utilize if they want to go forward in life. So I'm really happy for here that the Sweets Men for Life including sports as a part of the rebuilding of the community that is there. But there is a larger program that is happening now on the ground for this organization. Could you share what has happened before in the prior days and what is yet to come?
So we right now we're in the process of our reunion. We started out on Saturday night with what we call a meet and greet, and for all of us, I mean, it was absolutely overwhelming. The people came out in droves. I mean, I think we had close to probably 500 people, and that was heartwarming because that's exactly what we wanted. Sunday morning, we went to church. Once again, the support that we got from the village, it was there, and we totally enjoyed it. One of our guys, he was the preacher. So, so I mean, church for us was Sweet Man for Life, and I want to take this opportunity to thank the Canaan Moravian Church for having us. Then came, one of our big events, and I would say the event that this whole reunion is built around, the unveiling of the wall and the unveiling of our heroes. Not many people can say that they can rub shoulders with their heroes and people who they consider their superheroes. And we did. We grew up around people that we consider our heroes, the Kurt Ambers of the world, Rodney Williams, O.J. Steele, Colin Harrigan. I mean, I'll even go as far as to say, we got Morris Hope, who's from Sweets. So we have people who have gone wide afield that, people around the world, want to emulate, and we have them right there in our village. And we wanted to take the time out to show them that we not only appreciate them, but we want to, immortalize them on a wall that so everyone can come and see, and it's there, in our opinion, forever. So that was Sunday.
Let me just interject on that particular initiative, because it's one of the things we don't do well in Antigua, is actually chronicle the history that has brought us to where we are. And many people, maybe even in Antigua, would not think it a big deal for the idea of a physical wall. There is a physical wall,
Yes, physical wall.
Where people can see. But one of the reasons why things break down is because those who are there now don't know the history of it. How it is that we got this thing that we have. Who these people are that you're calling. Because the truth is, still live outside Antigua a long time. Picking nigga that 20 and 30 and so in a suites might not appreciate the contribution that he did for Curtly Ambrose, Sir Curtly Ambrose. People might know what make he get one, sir, and they live in a suite right now. And so to have a place, and by the way, in other countries in the world, if you go to your Indias and your Middle Eastern countries, shrines are big deals.
Right.
They are the mausoleums and the places that you can go to remember people in the United States and the United Kingdom. We build them all the time. Here, we don't build anything physical for the people because we view it like if maybe if me no steal for Sinti Lickle, maybe that he can be a hero. Notwithstanding the contributions that he has made, because bad-minded too. But at the end of the day, having the physical thing, that those who are in the community and those visiting the community can say, oh, this is what happened in 1950 or 1960 or 1920 or whenever, and they can trace the history. I think this is something. Where is the wall located?
Dr. Pastor, we call out. Franz, can I say something? Look, I'm so proud of what these young men are doing. They're a generation after me. And the way how the guy revere, like, the generation before them, it is so moving. And Sunday afternoon when the wall was unveiled, and you see the people, you have our teachers, like Teacher Millicent, Teacher Rosemary, Whitfield Brown, that's my brother from another mother. We call him teacher since he was going to school. And you see all these people on the wall, It was so moving. And I'm saying, I'm a part of a different organization, as you know. And we're partners with them right now. They have roped me, you see me? I'm Sweet Man for Life. They have adopted me. So I'm just here to support them, or whatever their endeavors are. Or the other group is behind them 150%.
As a matter of fact, on this show, I make a cry all the time for teaching local history in school to our children. And whether willfully or by accident, what you have done with your organization is to start to put and document that history.
Most definitely.
So the people in Sweets now can go, which pastor?
Dr. Passer.
Dr. Passer. Now everybody in Sweets know where Dr. Passer be, because if I know, I'll have to do a reorientation for people. All right, put that on Google Maps, Dr. Passer. But what you have done is actually started to teach the history of Sweets to the people who live in Sweets. So there's a physical place.
Yes.
If you just moved to Sweets, or if you've been there for a little while and you didn't know about these people, there is now a repository, a resource that you can go to and say, oh, another Monday, this is the history of that man. And I think what you're doing here is to be lauded significantly. But these things don't come by people thinking them up. It come by people contributing to them.
Yes.
I interrupt you from telling me what the other programs gonna be for this week.
Yeah. So that was Sunday. Monday was an easier day for us. We went to the clinic and did some giving back. They gave them some care packages and went to one of the villages and donated a wheelchair. And those are the kind of things that we want to do and we're going to continue to do those things over and over again because they're near and dear to us. Tuesday, we went to Body Pond. Had an early morning hike to Body Pond, and then that was refreshing. And the guys went down there, and I didn't go. Unfortunately, I couldn't. But just watching, all the videos and all that stuff, I felt like I was there. Then last evening, we had a book bag drive. And that was absolutely
let me interrupt you again before I reach to the book bag, right? Because, again, I didn't grow up in Sweets, but I grew up as a child visiting my grandfather in Liberta, right? And my understanding is that Body Pond is not a place that you went for a hike when you were a boy. No. Right? All kinds of things happened around Body Pond. So it could be a place where you're fishing.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
And so the truth is that every boy in your generation would know how to catch some calia or something down by the pond.
Fine.
If you and your friend were hanging out, you would go down there. Whatever fruit down there, you'd go down a Body Pond to pick fruit, right? So the truth is, right now we are having these curated hikes to Body Pond, but that and our Body Pond may be when you may little, and I think it is very important that we highlight the facts of that this is a place that raised us, that taught us skills that we have now, today, as adults that we're using, and help the next generation to remember that about these, I want to say sacred places, because plenty of the things would have happened down by Body Pond too.
So Body Pond for us is sacred in many ways, many ways. I mean, a lot of us grew up in Body Pond. I mean, we get up in the morning and we disappeared at Body Pond. Yeah. I mean, and it was breakfast, lunch, and dinner. We didn't come back until it was dinner time. So it fed us. Right. And one of the most important things for us in Sweets about Body Pond is that Body Pond, and I'm not sure if many of you know, was owned by two brothers. Body Pond, was owned by two brothers who bought that estate at a very early age. So that's near and dear to people in Sweets. So after that came the book bag drive, and that was once again, like all the other events, it's overwhelming. We gave out 450 book bags to the kids, and I mean, just to see the smile on the kids' face when they got a book bag and left, that was just awesome. Today, we're having the sports day. At 2:30 this afternoon, we're going to start with football, and then we're going to what we consider the hallmark of what Sweets people want to see. They want to see O.J. Steele and Ridley Jacobs and those guys, Colin Harrigan, along with us on the cricket field. So
no, they're going to see me on the sideline.
No. Today is the sports day.
Today is the sports day.
No, let me just tell I remember how for playing marble, right? Because
I play marble tonight.
You play marble tonight?
Yeah, because I highlight.
All right, good.
So we started at 2:30. with football, then cricket, and then when the sun goes down, we move up to Dr. Pasture, and then we're gonna be playing dominoes and marble and netball. The girls are gonna come out and play netball, all of that stuff. So it's gonna be a long evening, and we're gonna be enjoying ourselves once again. But I mean, we encourage everybody to come out, and if you have skills, go out there and play.
You coming, friends?
Still a member of a play marble.
Hey, listen to me. I cheered, man. Never forgot he cheered, all right?
And not just marble, I'll play cashew too.
Kushu!
There you go. I'll play kushu too.
Next thing you can tell me, they're going to play stoner, so...
Yeah, I'll play one tip tonight. All
One
that.
tip.
All that.
No, guys, what you're doing here, I think, is something that many other communities need to emulate. The truth is that Antigua is ours, right?
Definitely.
And if we don't hold it by the scruff of his neck and make sure that we control it, somebody else will develop an interest in this. And projects like what you're doing here are what we need to see to build our country and community by community. But as I was saying, that today, there must be something else after today.
So that's today. Tomorrow is the cookout. We're gonna feed the village.
At Friday?
That's
Thursday, sorry.
So Thursday evening, at about 6 o'clock, we have cooks within the village, and we have tapped them on the shoulder and say, hey, we want you to do this meal, this meal, this meal, and we're feeding the village. Everybody's gonna come out and they're gonna eat, and they're gonna eat for free.
Okay. And is there a base for that, or you are at different places in the village?
The base is Dr. Pass.
Dr. Pass, right. Again, man, I come from Sweet, someone just want to
So
forgive
you should
me.
come out. You
Right?
should come
The
out and
base is
experience Dr. Pass.
No problem. So everything is centered around that area, and of course, it's not an accident that they are there.
No, it's
That is a historical part of the Sweets village.
Yes.
And I hope and trust that on each of these events that y'all have people documenting them, right? Because
Yes, most definitely.
it's easy for us to come together, but we have a very poor track record of documenting it. And not to be morbid or anything, but we don't know who naga day after tomorrow when the food done served.
Yep,
And so we have to preserve every voice, every image of all the people and them that day, so that the next generation can say, Miss so-and-so, Auntie so-and-so, Minde, this is the place, and then talk about them people. They say the documentation in today's tech world is probably easier, because all I need is a server and a platform for put their images they pan. All the people and them that pan the wall, all can put way more information for drill down pan by having a website that then people can go Sweets for Men, and now can go click on the picture, see when he born, see what the contributions are, tie it back to La Pastor.
No.
Doctor
Pastor, La Pastor, another place. Right?
I got in Africa.
But so what y'all are doing here, it has so many connections and opportunities for pulling out and developing. I think it's great work. So that's a Thursday.
So we get to the end of the week now, and this is where everything that we've done up to Thursday is free. On Friday, we're doing the island tour. That's $165, and that's the first time we're asking people to pay for something, and they're paying.
And $165 for an island tour, cheap.
Yes, they're paying the
Thank
cost that we've negotiated for them. On Saturday, we're going to end with a banquet, and that's the other thing that they have to pay for. The banquet is $175 for singles and $300 EC,
Yeah.
Wow.
and $300 for couples, and it will be at Unforgettable Bridals.
Unforgettable Bridals.
Unforgettable
That's
Bridals.
over in Falmouth.
Yes. So the only two things they'll be paying for. Everything else is free.
And not even rum you can get for $175.
We try to make it as easy as possible so everybody could come out, you know.
Hey, that's
There's
good
no
stuff.
excuse not to come out.
That's good stuff.
It's
That's
feasible.
good stuff. That's good stuff that's happening.
So throughout all of that, though, we are still fundraising. We're selling T-shirts. There'll be a raffle that we're doing at the banquets. We are selling raffle tickets. We are selling tickets to the banquet. So I mean, it's all about, our initiative is there. We have to fund our initiative.
So
we're asking for support.
When we come back from the break, I'm gonna have you share some contact information that people can reach out to you. And thanks the people who have made this possible.
Bugged by flying insects? Meet the new and improved insect specialist, Super Short Hawks. Now with a pleasant scent and fast-acting formula. Designed for rapid knockdown and kill, Super Short Hawks Flying Insect Killer kills mosquitoes and flies on contact. Super Short Hawks.
When it comes to autism, finding the right words can be tough. Finding understanding doesn't have to be. With your help, we can increase understanding and acceptance of people with autism. It's up to you. You can help create a brighter life on the spectrum. This message was brought to you by Sylvester Bird Medical Center and this station.
We are the voice of the people, Radio 911 FM.
There are very few people who can really throw things aside and work ahead. You know, everybody has to hold somebody responsible for something, for some reason or other. We've always had a sort of very confrontational politics. That is how our politics was born, and that's how our politics existed, and it still exists up to today. And that's one of the reasons I think that we can't get anybody to work, or very few people to work together, because everybody feels that their prevailing view must be the one that everybody lines up behind. Very few times you can find that.
You're listening to Observer Radio.
You're listening to the voice of the people on Observer Radio.
Welcome back to Voice of the People. We're just so honored this afternoon to be having a discussion with Sweets Men for Life and the initiatives that they have launched in their community. And we were just talking here in the break that not being chauvinistic in any way, but we need our men in every community to stand up, come together, and let us take back our communities from the various ills that we face. And whether people like it, Sharon, or not, there are some things that only men can do as it relates to the development.
I am in total agreement,
community.
as I said earlier.
Right? And again, it's not to take anything away from women.
No.
Because women, as I stated earlier today, should be first.
Definitely.
They are our queens.
Yes.
Right? But at the end of the day, if the men in the community don't stand up, then we're going to have the disaster that we are talking about. And so, Sweets Men for Life are really blazing a path here that I think others should emulate. But how do people contact you to participate in these upcoming events?
Or to offer resources for you.
Like I say, I'm Carl again. We have different ways you can contact us. Ben Thomas. Ben will give you his information. I'm Carl from the U.S. chapter. If anybody out there is in the state or international, it's 267-918-1845. And I also have an email address. Is bhillhouse@verizon.net.
My information is, my email is jaben1@hotmail.com. My telephone number is 771-7188. You can contact me by any one of these.
How do you spell that? Jaben.
JAHBEN1.
All right.
And most importantly, I think everybody need to know that we actually have an email address for Sweets Men for Life. So, irrespective to the fact that you're emailing those guys, please copy Sweets Men for Life.
What is the email?
It's Sweets Men 4, as in the number 4, life@gmail.com.
LIFE?
LIFE, yes.
And that's SWETES?
Yes,
Yes.
SWETES. Most people don't know how to spell it, so thank you for asking.
That's what I have.
It's not sweeties.
SWEETS sometimes.
Yep.
That's not it. Yeah.
So, gentlemen, a lot of people have already contributed to making this week of activities what it is. Share with us some people you'd like to thank for what has already transpired.
Yes, I would like to thank these most generous partners of ours. We don't call them sponsors. We want to call them partners because, hey, look, they're partnering with us to make whatever our endeavors possible. So we say thanks to Babel's Trucking, Jake Supermarket, that's owned by Ridley Jacobs, Colin Harrigan Construction Company, I-Rise Management Services, Sammy's Concrete, Island Original, Midway Service Station, Wayne Oliver, and he have a brokerage firm also, Bar Chamber, Jules Lumberyard, I&O Trucking, Total Imports, L&L Trading Plus, Island Tents and Rental, Handmade Luxuries, Val Superette, that's also in Suites, Island Sanitation, Builders Merchant, Bar Stock, CHS Contracting LLC, and Quality Muffler, Christopher Joseph.
Let me just ask, Ridley Jacobs is from Sweet?
Yes, he is.
Okay. And I asked that to say, right, and you mentioned a business, not to single out anything, but I just want to point out that supporting local business, especially those businesses that are socially responsible and contribute to community development, is something that we have to push more. It's one thing that we have to come and call their name, but I am betting you money today here that there are children right now that are 25 that don't know Ridley Jacobs' contribution to Antigua and Barbuda as a nation and would not know to support that business that he have there. The truth of the matter is that business, as a local business in Antigua, if it is in Sweets, everybody from Sweets supposed to go there, go buy them things first before they reach the first Chinese supermarket that they have, or the first any other place, because this man on a national level now, I want to talk about what he do in a Sweets yet. This man on a national level has contributed, and I just know the name just because I am a certain age. But the idea of community businesses giving back and people supporting these businesses are certainly something that people definitely. As a matter of fact, even if you're in the Liber Sweets and you're past near to Sweets, you should go by them businesses that in the community, not only because they've contributed, but because they are making sure that the next generation of people in that community have some of what we had that we thought they were good. Gentlemen, you may have some closing thoughts or people to thank or statements you'd like to make. This is a good time to do that.
Well, one of the statements I want to make as far as how Sweet Men come along together, because like I said, we're from different areas. But for do this and pull this off, you need all of us collectively. And one of the things we created, even though we have the partner and stuff as far as Sweet Men for Life, one of the things we created a dues, because you can have all the education or everything, but without money, without support, you can't do nothing. So what we did, we created a thing where we call dues for our Sweet Men in our group that we put together to push some of the things that we're doing and send on to help support both sides. And that's one of the things we come along together as men, because sometimes you can have differences, but we didn't let differences or adversity stop us from pushing Sweet Men for Life. Because one of the examples we want to left, and the history, like I say, is for kids to look back and see what we have learned from the older generation. When they look back, we want them to look back to someone else and say, hey, these guys did it. They follow one generation, now we can follow their generation. They can put up their face and say the next generation is an continuous situation to keep going. We did not stop in here. We want them to keep going. But also for other villages to see it and come along and say, hey, these guys did something amazing in Antigua. How can we do it? How can we come together and pull like they did and did what they did?
Definitely. We have 2 minutes before we have to conclude here, but let me just try to get in some of these WhatsApps here. This one says, hey, good day. The guy Hill House, is he the same person called Ma? No. He is not Ma.
No.
All right, that's a different Hill House. This one says, hey, good afternoon. Congrats to your guests. Everyone knows the sweetest men are from Sweets. A question to your guests. The village of Sweets, named after Captain Main Sweet, a plantation owner from the early 1700s.
Yeah.
Is the community considering a name change?
No.
No.
Absolutely not.
No. All right. The community want to make people remember that is Sweets. What now? Wait, Franz. How come we never see you playing marble in front of BB? Or go pick mango down Buxton? I pick most of the mango in Patterson. All right. Buxton was where people in the village get mango. And by the way, man, I like the mango that they have in a Buxton. Down by Patterson and Bailey Hill, or when me just go get fruits and no other picking nigga me in the yard for play marble by BB. When I go by BB, where he teach me how to make a flower pop in one canny, one saucepan. Right? So that's what I'm going to do by BB. But definitely in a tongue and Jennings School. Ask the Jennings School picking nigga about marble and the tree in the yard there by Jennings School. And ovals, ask them over there how I used to take their marble when I would play takes.
Something about Sweets.
This one too. This one says, hey, good day all. I haven't been to Sweets for a while, but hearing about the wall, I am now going to have to drive out there to see this wall. Good stuff. Yeah. And that's what I talk about there. And may hope that other people all over Antigua and Barbuda start to do what they do, yeah? And I can set one trend for that. Gentlemen, I want to thank you all. I am making a commitment from this show's perspective that you keep us up to date to share when you're having projects, that you can come on and talk about them as we seek to rebuild and develop your community. I want to admonish you guys to push forward and admonish other communities to go ahead and do the things that you are doing and setting the examples with. Thank you so much for taking the time to come in here today. Let's take the top of the hour and we'll come back to Voice of the People.
This is Observer Radio.